put them under pressure. The game is about being effective, being aggressive, winning the ball, getting on with the play. We'll put them under pressure.
do they say? The man never smiles, the guy is ruthless, what he dreams. The truth is that there is some truth on it.
Hang on. That's Mr. Philip Brady's alarm call when he wakes up in the morning, by the way. Isn't it? That's your alarm call, isn't it?
Whatever you say, Dennis.
Having Harry Winks come up and waking you up and giving you a cup of tea.
Oh, God.
And Eric Dyer cooking your breakfast.
He's taking Harry Kane's dogs for the walk.
Yeah. Apparently he's been upgraded now to a fish. He's looking after his Harry Kane's fish as well now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's got two jobs, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. How are you? Long time no see. We did a quick pre-record. Any more sort of views on that afterwards? I've got a poll in the chat at the moment. It's basically, are you Ange in or out? Now, have a guess on the percentage, Philip, just before I do give you the latest on it. 5 votes in.
Oh, probably 60-30 for Ange out.
No, 60-40 of Ange in.
Ange in, okay, right. But I want to know where the 40% coming from because, come on, look at our pre-record.
Yeah, that's it. A lot of work went into that. More than 5 minutes work went into that pre-record. We had to delete the first one because it really wasn't for public viewing.
True. Yeah. We had to. It didn't pass the censor.
No. Philip ended up chucking oranges and apples and bananas at the computer screen, and he lost the plot completely. We just couldn't show it. In fact, I do have it. So the day we leave YouTube, Philip, the day we pack up the channel, right? We both retire after we become millionaires from this business. We will play that stream as a going out. I tell you what, have it ready. The day we retire from YouTube, Philip, you have your proper say what you think of YouTube and people on it. And we'll just drop the mic and walk off. What do you reckon?
Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, right.
How are you, though?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm recovering from yesterday, Actually, I was one of the fortunate people. I was traveling and I was following the match in transit, and probably just as well because, as you rightly said, Dermot, I don't take defeat like that well, and especially that first half. Okay, second half was a lot better. I watched that later when I came home, but no, I just laughed. I'm not laughing. Our under-21s seem to be doing what the first team did yesterday. They're 3-0 down at half time to Crystal Palace at the moment. So, this mocking is catching, I suppose,
Yeah, it is. But listen, hope you're doing well. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the best show in town. Yeah, well, I know we're a bit late. I do apologise, but Philip wanted to go a bit later, and Dave's on as well, so we tried to spread it around that everyone gets to see who they want to see, but big up anyway. Been an interesting weekend as well, Premier League. Philip, Sheffield United look like they've gone down, apparently, but they've been told to be confirmed.
You're relegated, probably.
Yeah, probably the best league in the world. We've got the Premier League news that broke today, Philip, as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk. Philip is from the financial world. He was a bank manager for 12 years, or 13 years. This man's left a very interesting life, He's been a travel salesman. He's been a bank manager. He's been he's worked for the Irish Mafia as hitman. That's why he's called the Gaffer, the Godfather. What else have you done, Philip?
You left out the contract killing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The most important bit.
Yeah. Philip, I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Should we see who's in the chat before you do put out a contract on me? We've got Mr. Steve. Go on. If I read them, Philip, you read them out there, sir.
Stephen Cartwright saying, "Hiya, Stephen. Good evening, all. No luck again. Poor in-game management and awful refereeing, that's for sure. One positive was Romero. I'll tell you, Mia must have been feeding him raw meat before that game because he was awesome. He really was.
Now, she did deny, hang on, breaking news, she denied me and Tequila's news that she was chasing Romero down the high road, but I have it on multiple sources that it was her. So we're still not sure.
All right, okay. Well, we'll believe Mia. We believe Mia. Not all the time, but the most impartial, the most impartial debate host in the history of debating, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a story behind that, right? Which we did a debate on Friday night. I think it was a Friday night or Thursday night. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know Magnus Magnuson or Jeremy does a debate.
Yeah. Do you know the American presidential debates, right? They have the fella in the middle.
Yeah.
She was like one of them.
Yeah.
You know full well, it was like the Trump and Biden. You know full well he's pulling for Biden because he's CNN. And you know full well he's against Trump. Right?
Not so much these days. Not so much these days.
No, that's true. But anyway, Wembley won. It was good fun.
Even in all, the goalie thing is that Arsenal didn't even need to play that well, but the golfing class was still evident 1 through 11. Yeah, I mean, we're where Arsenal were maybe a season and a half, 2 seasons ago. But the progress that Ange has made with the team this season compared to what we were doing this time last season is extremely good, and we'll get better. So if I was Arsenal now, I'd be looking over our shoulders, the shoulders at us next season. Really, really would. Anyway, Ian S is saying, "Good day, Dermot and Mr. B. Hope you're both well. Love the members only pre-record earlier." Oh, good man. Thanks, Ian. That's good. Nice to hear that.
Yeah, and be like Ian. Pick up your memberships for 99 cents and you get quality members only videos. I mean, quality. I mean, Ian is a little bit doing us a bit of disservice. It really was Philip showing you how to put together, how to hide an Arsenal fan without getting caught.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. And the next one, please.
Yeah, the next, as the Guardian come to Philip's door breaking in. This is a raid.
Anyway, Terry Wright's in the house saying big up, gents. How you, Terry? How's it going?
Big up, Mr. White. How are you doing?
And the Sasky Gooner. Victory through harmony, as always and forever. It hasn't always been harmony at Arsenal, and we all know that.
Yeah,
you're getting it this season, but I seem to recall a couple of seasons ago there was Arteta out banners in the various stands at the Emirates.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
Right. Yeah, wasn't there? Yeah,
and there still is, Philip. There's still a majority of the Arsenal fan want Arteta out.
Yeah. Well, as we can empathise with that. We've got it in our own club, you know. Anyway, Terry Wright is saying, I'm still Ange Jim, but if he doesn't adapt and change his tactics when needed, we're going to be looking for a new manager in 12 months. I don't think so, Terry. I think the Spurs at the moment is a natural progression, and we will get better. We will get players in that can adapt better and play the system better. So I'd be very surprised if we're looking for a manager in 12 months. I hope we're not. Anyway.
No.
And Terry Wright saying, big up on the list. And the Saskia, it looks like fifth. Yeah, it does look like fifth. Yeah. But then, something. I'm not too concerned about that now. Would be disappointed for a while. I'm more annoyed at the likes of Liverpool, West Ham, and Man City for going out of Europe when they did and costing us the extra spot in fifth that Germany's now going to get. So it looks like by not even really knowing what they were doing, those three clubs have kept us out of the Champions League.
Yeah, and also Philip, on this, look, I still think we can get top four. I don't think that race is over yet, by the way.
It's not over, Dermot, but a result yesterday would have been a big boost.
Well, we would have.
We have.
But as we're going to go over it, we would have got a result on Saturday. We are going to talk about that, but for another dodgy.
Well, anyway.
I don't know what you would call VAR at the moment. Heap of shite. Anyway, Jay Green, big up,
Jay
sir.
Green, hello, lads. Hope you're keeping well. After yesterday, what positions would you like Ange to strengthen over the summer? Chin up, Spurs fans. Come on, you Spurs. I think we definitely need a striker. That's very, very, very obvious. I think Dylan might have some news later on. There might be very good news on that front.
A bit of good news on that.
We need a number 6. We need someone that can do the Declan Rice. I hate using his name as a comparison, but we need someone that can do that dirty job in midfield, because that's what I think we've been lacking a bit of that this season. I think we need another wing back, maybe another centre back, and I think that would be it. But we have money to spend. So there's no reason why we won't get these players during the summer.
No. Yeah. Look, I think we need a number 9, Philip. We need a Harry Kane type striker.
Yeah, that's a hitman striker.
Hitman.
A target man.
We all know about you being hitman. No need to boost you. Them hitman. There's games out on the PlayStation Xbox called Hitman. He's a bald-headed fella, right? It's based off Philip Brady's former career. This is where the game's based off. So, yeah. Philip did write a book years ago. It was called Philip Brady, The Way to Get Rid of People. See? This was a bestseller in America. I don't know. Did all right for you. I think we need cover for our fullbacks, Philip. We need a number 6. I agree with you on that. We also need another cam. We need somebody to come in and pressure Maddison. But do you put Johnson in there? Do you put Kulu in that middle? What do you do? Do you know what I mean?
Kulu would be more the man for the middle for me. Kulu's more of a cam than Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson's a winger. But I think we do need to bring another one in. A good ball playing centre midfield, because I'm afraid I'm not going to go too hard on Maddison, because he has had his injuries. He hasn't come back. Almost been very poor since he came back. But that can happen to players, So I don't think he'll come back. He'll come good. He's class always rises to the top. Yeah, but there might be next season before we see the best of him again.
I think so too, Philip. But we've got nearly 300 million to spend in the summer. Yeah. And was it Tequila said to me on Friday after you left, Philip? You buy 2 quality players for 2 top £100 million players for 150 million, right? So you got 300 million. You got 150 million to spend on quality squad players. Then,
yeah, you mean you pay 75 million each for 2 good players, 2 really good players, and then spend the rest on 3 or 4 squads. Yeah, that makes sense. Plus, don't forget, we're going to have sales money coming in as well. Well, there's going to be some other players who are going to be leaving.
Well, look, Ben Davies, I think, needs to go. We'll get into that. I think also Højbjerg will go I was so disappointed with him yesterday, Philip. I think who else could go? I think the Celso will go in the summer. So what are you looking at there? Probably nearly 100 million? No.
100, about 100 million,
Yeah.
yeah.
So what you're looking for Richie? So how much for Richie? 40 for Richie? 50? 40?
Yeah, 40 for Richie.
30 for Højbjerg.
30 for Højbjerg, probably 25 for Lo Celso.
So
10 million for Davis. We're up to about 105 million.
Yeah.
Plus you've got Jed Spence and Joe Rodon.
We're going to use them. Jed Spence.
120 million.
Jed Spence is going to be used as a part exchange for a player we're after for Genoa. Okay. And then Joe Rodon then is 10 million.
Yeah.
So, you probably are. And it's a transfers. I was so looking forward to our transfer shows again, Philip. I love doing them. Big up to Nathan. He says, I'm just depressed. Philip, you're the man. I was going to say you're the man of wisdom and the godfather who we should look to in these times of hardship as Spurs fans. Go on, give Nathan some to raise him up.
Nathan, I know it's to lose to Arsenal is always the low point of the season. We don't like doing it. It's horrible. It's terrible. I know that. The only way to get out of that depression is to go on next Thursday night. Let's beat the hell out of Chelsea, and then we'll all feel better. But don't be too depressed. I mean, we're fifth in the league, which I can see comments here saying for me, and a very good comment about Ian. If you want to bring that up, Dermot, just it's something. It'll answer this question as well, Or,
that one.
Yeah, if someone had said at the start of the season that we'd be in the top 5 finishing with Man U, Chavs, and Newcastle, I'd have taken it all day long. There you go. That's the way. Just look where we are and where we could be. Look, we could be a Sheffield United fan looking at relegation in the face. We could be a Manchester City fan looking at relegation in the face, hopefully. So, we're not as badly off as maybe some people are making out to be just because we lost to the Gooners. It's bad, but it's not irreparable.
Don't talk about relegation, Philip. That nobody knows if they're going down yet.
No, I think it all depends on the Nottingham Forest appeal, doesn't it? Really,
and that's going to be held on the last week of the season.
I heard it was going to be announced this week.
No, the Everton one's going to be held in the last week of the season.
Oh yeah, the Forest one is this week, I think.
This week, yeah. We've got Wembley one saying Levy will have gone through 3 boxes of Kleenex already. With the news of the Premier League spending cap, anyone bet he was the driving force behind it? What do you reckon, Philip? I think he was.
Maybe he was, but I'm looking at those. I think it's quite a sensible move.
Yeah.
What it's going to do is it's going to mean everything's going to be very transparent. Like basically, you're allowed to spend 5. I mean, now there's a disparity in this. It'll be decided in June, but it's between 4.5% and 5%. Of what the lowest team in the league gets from income, TV money and whatever, whatever they earn. Which means if you're earning 102 million, which was Southampton last season, you can spend either 510 million or 468 million or whatever it is. And that's it. It's not done over 3 years like the present system. And it means that now what the penalties are, if you exceed it, we don't know yet.
No, I have got a little bit on that. We've done a PDF on it, so we will go on tomorrow on that. Go on, Philip. Let's get through the rest of these comments, and then we can get on with there's loads of comments here.
That pre-record was quality. Pre-record was quality. Very good. Thanks, Ian.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, I was actually told to behave myself on that one. We did have the conversation, didn't we? Before,
yeah, we decided what level we were going to go in at. We decided we wouldn't go in full red hot. We just leave it a little bit naughty, but nothing too bad,
We did on the first one though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the first one. You're right. Okay. Terry writes, anyone else think Maddison should be benched for a game or two? He's been abysmal. Yeah, he has. Yeah. I mean, I love the guy to bits, but he's been so good for most of the time, but he's been poor the last few games. And that you all cheered for. What's that?
Sorry,
I can't believe the question. You all clear the Dyer came when his Arsenal went through. You got 5th. Hang on, and that you all cheered for Dyer Kane. When if Arsenal went through, you got 5th in CL. Too bad, I guess. Listen, we don't want Arsenal to win any match. Doesn't matter who you're playing. Just to be clear on that. If Arsenal were playing a charity match against the Nuns, we'd want the Nuns to win. Right?
Calm down, Philip. Calm down.
Yeah, well, of course we're good. Did you? Okay. Are you rooting for Spurs to beat Chelsea on Thursday in case we get 5th? Of course you're not. No.
Calm it, Mr. Brady. Calm it.
No. I'm entitled to my opinion when Gooners come in our chat.
This fella is actually he's an American lad. He's a nice lad, actually, Philip.
I'm just only messing, but you know what I mean, coming from.
Yeah.
It's just you know, I know you're on top of the league at the minute. Just think where you were a couple of seasons ago. You're worse off than we are now, a lot worse off. Anyway, Michael McDonald's saying, I can't believe the question in your poll. Are fans even questioning him? Michael, they are, a lot of them. I said it earlier on the pre-record. There's a certain Spurs chat line, Spurs forum. I won't name it because that would only shame them. But 90% of the comments on their Twitter account today or X account today wanted Ange gone. You know, so I'll say no more.
And the poll at the moment, 21 votes at the moment, 86% Ange in, only 14% Ange out, Philip.
Well, I want to see that 99-1 or 100-0 before the end of the poll.
Big up to Brian Maguire. What's
Kone,
he saying, Philip?
Yeah, Kone, a French central defensive midfielder, is a good player.
He is very good.
Chelsea and Richie to start at Chelsea. I wouldn't be surprised, actually. Yeah,
I wouldn't be.
I think that Chelsea should go in Madison's role there, and Richie come on up the middle for Werner. Selling the Pigeon. Well, the Pigeon has been a very divisive player at Spurs, and I think he will go this summer. Look, class does rise to the top. Yeah, well, there's always exceptions to that, you know. I mean, sometimes things happen that have nothing to do with class, you know. We'll leave it at that.
You're really tinkering on the edge tonight, you are.
The Winks is playing now for fun. Yeah, well, that's his level.
Yeah,
he's not our Winksy anymore. He's a Leicester City player. And congratulations to him. He got promotion in his first season back.
Could they win the league tonight?
I always wish our ex-players well when they go somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know?
Could Leicester win the league tonight?
Yeah, I'm watching them here now. They're nil each against Preston, you know.
Yeah. You're going to bet dark there, Mr. Brady.
Ex-players well, with the one exception. We all know who that is.
Yeah. Anyway. You're going to bet dark there, Mr. Brady. I can't see.
Yeah, I'll put the lights on because it's getting a little bit, Yeah,
there you go. The famous lampshade is back.
Oh, yes. The antique lampshade.
Yeah, teacher. Yeah. I'm actually calling it the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
No, it's not. It's the angle I'm sitting at, actually.
Is it?
That's it'll do. It's fine. Anyway, Ian Ferguson, Ange out, please. We're light years ahead of where we thought we'd be. Losing to the Gooners sucks. That's true, but it's not the end of the world. That's it. That's my point exactly. You know
exactly.
Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, again, spending is going to be interesting. Anyone can spend big. Managing a budget is going to be way harder for some clubs, and that's where Tottenham have a big advantage. We'll always manage our budget, you know. And Sass is saying about Todd Bowley, I think, was it?
Yeah.
Tough for Bowley ball to be under that cap. Well, he'll just forget about it. He'll think it applies to everybody else but Chelsea, you know. Just keep going. Chris Welsh, hey Chris. Big up, lads. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
Yep, we're okay. And Chris again, but the Spurs want to win big honours, and Ange needs to improve defensively. I don't think you've got bad defenders, but the way you defend makes them bad defenders. If I have one fault, and this is a criticism of Ange and his coaching staff, is previously when Conte was here, we marked man for man at the back. Now we've gone zonal, and it's a total, pardon my language, fuck up. It really is. We need to go back to man. I looked at the Arsenal third goal yesterday. Although the fact that what's his name, Havertz got away with a push in the back and got away with it. None of the Spurs centre backs jumped for the ball.
No,
and what are they there for? Fucking statues, you know. So there's got to be improvement in that central defending area for corners, because we conceded against Newcastle from a corner and we conceded 2 yesterday. Not good enough.
Sorry, hang on, Philip. Something's wrong with my camera.
Ian is saying I'm surprised we have 14% saying out. Yeah, well, so am I, but you're always going to have that.
It's actually gone up to 17% now.
Oh, dear. Oh, right, anyway. Anyway, Mikel Zachariah. That's a lovely name. Big up, boys. How are you, Michelle?
Big up, Mikel. Hope you're doing well, sir. We've got Boris Britt.
Well, that's Britt. The people who are saying Ange out need to realise that this is what Ange is known for: high press, and the reason we lost is we didn't have the speed down the left, so Saka was able to constantly pass. Exactly. Plus, we had too many players up the pitch.
Can I ask you a question, Philip?
The fact that there was a foul on Kulichevsky and the referee missed it is immaterial. We didn't have enough cover back.
Can I ask you a question? If we had Destiny fit, do you think Saka would have scored his second goal?
Yeah, no, I think Destiny would have held him up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I've been told off. He says, please never call me in capital letters here. Please never call me in American. I am in hashtag a Canadian gooner.
I can sympathize with you, Saskia. I really can. Yeah.
Sorry. He's just saying, Ismail Khan, a sentiment is what is I think it's on loan.
Sentiment at Watford is Canadian. Yeah.
Yeah. Leicester are playing Preston now. Winks in. And David Clark saying, my two sons have gone to Preston tonight. Well, big up, Mr. Clark. Haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been hiding? And he says tonight they're working in Doncaster and have travelled to watch the match. Well,
yeah, fair play to Leicester now. It's good to see them come back up, you know.
Now, Philip, talking points. What we're going to talk about: North London derby review, transfer rumours, Premier League review. We're getting it out the way first, Philip. I know you don't like talking about defeats. But we have to do it as part of our channel, Philip. So, so I will be gentle with you. Transfer rumours, Premier League review, and the Premier League news. So, where do you want to start with, Philip? The Premier League news first, or do you want to start on
get the Arsenal game out of the way, damn it?
Hang on, where have I put it? Actually, I don't have it. So, yeah, I tell you what I'm going to do with that. Start on the Premier League news because I haven't got the PDF what I need, Philip. So start on that first.
Anyway, the clubs that are in Europe would be allowed to spend a maximum of 70% on squad costs. That is also in line with UEFA. Yeah, that's been the UEFA rule for quite a while. Now they're bringing the PL in line with that. At the moment, the bottom club gets 103.6 million. If the anchoring multiple, and this has been discussed, is going to be 4.5. Now it could be 5% either, but we'll take 4.5. So that's 466 million that they can spend in the year. So that's it. Now, what the penalties are? I think Dermot, you said you might have something on that.
Yeah, I have it there. I haven't got the penalties, Philip. Just what's there. If you just just keep talking about it because I'm trying to. I've got it now. It's all right.
This thing was up for a vote today with the Premier League club, and 3 clubs voted against it. I'll give you a clue who one of them was.
that was it. That was it.
It's the other.
This is it here, Philip.
Oh yeah, there you go. Premier League clubs.
The Premier League clubs haven't. Sorry, go on.
Go on,
Philip. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Premier League clubs
have agreed.
Go on, you read it. Go on.
We will get that. We have been doing this for nearly 2 years. You think we could organise a straight?
Go on.
Go on, have a cup of tea. All right. Premier League clubs have agreed in principle for spending cap known as anchoring to TV earnings of bottom clubs. Man City, Man United, and Aston Villa voted against it, and Chelsea abstained.
Now, I think the reason they voted against it was they want to increase the multiple.
Yeah,
they want to have it increased to maybe 6 or whatever. I don't know when it comes up for a vote in June, they'll be lobbying to try and get that figure increased. Chelsea abstained because they probably didn't realize what the vote was about. They couldn't understand it. So
yeah. Is that Todd Bowley? What's this about, lads? I'll just abstain you, Brad.
Oh, that's somebody else. That's somebody else's problem, not ours. You know.
Can I just say, America likes abstaining from stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, Todd Bowley thinks that he probably hasn't bought any players for 6 months. He's absolutely suffering from withdrawal symptoms. You know.
Wait, I mean, somebody's put it in here. Michael McDonald's putting about the wage cap, Philip. It's sort of a wage cap, isn't it?
It's a wage cap, but the wages are included in that figure. You know, you'll be given. You can, as long as you don't exceed the figure. It's a wage cap, but not a wage cap, if you like. They're not saying you can't pay anybody more than X, Y, or Z. But they're saying your wage bill must be inclusive of that figure that you're allowed to spend.
Yeah,
included in that figure.
I think I've spelled rumours wrong. I think I have, but never mind.
I'll knock off a mark for that.
Thank you. You would do and all. Now, Philip, the North London derby review. Now, I know you're not going to like this. We've got to get it out. We've got to get it out the way, Mr. Brady. We've got to do it. Right. Of course, Arsenal went to our place in 1-3-2. Arsenal lead after Højbjerg heads into his own net. Christian Romero heads against the post. Mickey van goal is ruled offside. No, it wasn't offside. Saka makes it 2-0 after a swift counter under 27 minutes. The visitors score again. Havertz from a corner to the 3-0 at half-time. Romero gave us hope, making it 3-1 in 64 minutes. 3-2 after Sonny converts an 87th minute penalty. This is what Ange says, Philip. So do you want to read? Do you want to do your best Australian accent for Ange?
No, I won't even do Australian. I'll just do my Irish accent. Look, it's a disappointing outcome for us. It's a big day for the club, a big day for our fans, and we don't get the outcome we wanted. We didn't get the outcome we wanted. So obviously it's a very disappointing day. It was about a general understanding of big games, big moments. We just lacked some focus today, particularly in the first half, in those key moments. And there's stuff we've got to learn. And sometimes you've got to feel the pain of it to learn that lesson properly. That's it. It's a bump on the road, and we have to suck it up and get on with it. I felt we owed something to our supporters. You could go out there in the second half, accept your fate, and say it's not your day. But we had to show some resilience, and by hell we did, and fight for our supporters more than anything else. To be fair to the lads, that we did that. Second half, Spurs were chalk and cheese from the first half, and the fans really got behind the team, you know. But I think it all goes down to a couple of, more than one. Well, I'll go through the stats and I'll go back and discuss the. Like, look at the possession.
Go back in that. No, go back in that. Sorry, Philip, I was a bit ahead of you.
Okay, they score a goal from an own goal, which is poor. Again, a poorly defended corner. Can't argue with that. It's there. It happens. Then we go up and we equalise. Now, 3 or 4 months ago, West Ham played at our place, right? And got a goal in exactly the same circumstances. The only difference was that goal was allowed. That ball ricocheted off 2 Arsenal players on the way to Van der Ven. So why, in God's name, was he offside?
Now, the law states if it's intentional or it was they cleared it as accidental, so they didn't mean the ball to go in.
You stick your leg out to get the ball, it hits you. How do you know whether it's intentional or accidental?
Look,
if that had been up the other end, I guarantee you that goal would have been given.
Philip, this is the law. It's a stupid
law. I know
law.
that. How do you make out in a split second what's intentional and what's not? You can't do it.
And by that view, he's onside because the Arsenal player's backside's playing
Gabriel's arse is playing them onside anyway, you know.
Yeah,
and also okay, that was goal disallowed. Then they go ahead. Kulichevsky's got the ball in the Arsenal penalty. He's tripped, right? There's no. If you can believe reports, Michael Oliver wouldn't even listen to VAR on that. He just let things go on, and they go and score. Okay, I know Ben Davies was out of position for it, and
hang on, go back. VAR, he ignored VAR.
Yeah, he ignored VAR. According to some reports, VAR must have said, have a look at that. And he said, no, it's okay. So,
are you kidding me?
Because it was too soft to give a penalty. If the foul had been 2 yards outside the penalty area, he probably would have given a free kick to Spurs, and that would have been the end of it. But no, he didn't. It's another example. I don't want to sound like I'm cribbing about referees all the time, and I'm not using referees as an excuse because we lost. But referees should be fair and impartial. Right? The same rules should apply to both sides. It just appears when Michael Oliver referees Tottenham, that does not always be the case. And yesterday was a case in point. He fecked up on the goal, right? There's another case of, I don't know if anybody watched Chelsea and Aston Villa on Saturday night. Right? Yeah. Chelsea had a perfectly good goal disallowed at the end because there was the merest of pushes, right, on the Villa defender, right? It took about 3 minutes to sort it out. Havertz pushed Mickey van der Ven before the third goal.
Yeah.
Not a word about that either, right? That should have been looked at by VAR as well. It wasn't. So, all I want is a level playing field and for referees in all games to make the same decision for the same events, not their own interpretation of it.
Yeah. Can I just say, Mike, David, we are going to get to your points, and you as well, Michael, after we've done this little sort of review of the game. You've got some really good points and they're worth discussing, guys. So please don't think we're ignoring your chat, David. We're not. We are going to bring them. I'm starring them all at the moment because I think there's some very good points on 3 different parts of the game.
They're excellent. They're excellent.
I want to say big up also to Brenny, who came on yesterday, and I have to say him and Bobby were absolute gents. Though they were ahead of me on the watch along, Philip. And Brenny, bless him, paused his TV and went the same strength as me.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
But big up to Brenny. Great to have you on, guys. And I did say it was a good job you went on, Philip, because you have blood pressure. That's all I was going to say. Mrs. B would have turned the TV off and taken away your laptop yesterday.
She's done it before. So yeah.
Now, Philip, the possession now, stats wise, we outplayed them. To be fair,
but look at that, shots on target, 3 and 3 goals. My God. Oh.
Now, I don't know what to say to that. Now, this is your player rating. And there's Philip. Look at him standing there. He's like the new Tottenham manager. Look at them. Look at them there.
Jamie Vardy just scored for Leicester, by the way.
Yeah, pardon?
Jamie Vardy just put Leicester 1-0 up.
That man needs to go forever and ever and ever.
He's still in 7. He's still going strong. Yeah. Anyway,
now Philip, do you want to go through? Yeah, do you want to go through your player ratings?
Vicario 6. I mean, he needs more protection on corners. He's easily bullied at corners. That's my biggest problem. Porro 6. Not too bad, I suppose. Reasonably good. I'm giving Romero 11 because he was just awesome. I mean, probably his best game in the Tottenham shirt. He was just he was a leader on the pitch yesterday. Van der Ven, what did I give him? 8. He did nothing wrong. No. Davis, I'm giving him a 5. Mainly because of that mistake he made for the second goal. Bentancur midfield was poor. Bentancur and Højbjerg 5 and 4, really, really poor. No surprise that they were that Sarr came on in the second half. Kulu 6 did okay. Maddison at 3. I thought he was the worst player on the pitch. No, to be honest, that's really poor. Werner really didn't have a lot of time. He did his hamstring after half an hour or whatever, so he's gets a 4. And Son, first half was completely anonymous. Second half a little bit better. Got the penalty. Give him a 6. And the substitutes, I think I gave mostly 7 because they did a good enough job when they came on.
You did, and 2 bookings as well. 1 for Kulu and 1 for Ben Davies.
Well, that's another thing. I bring that up as well. Yeah, Tommy Asu inflicted 6 fouls on the Spurs players during the game. Wasn't booked.
I know.
Ben Davies got booked for his second foul. Where's the consistency again?
I know. Now this is my player ratings. I've given Vicario 7. Look on the goalkeeping and the protections, Philip. Do you ever? I was watching Gary Neville last night, and he did say, and players years ago, there always used to be a player marking that player near the goalkeeper.
Yeah, get in between them. Yeah, there should be. That's what we need to do that. But see, that's not part of zonal marking.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
I know. I've given Porro a 6, Romero a 10. I give him Mickey van der Ven an 8. I give him Ben Davies a 4. I give him Bentancur and Højbjerg a 4 each. I give Kulu 5.5. I give Madison a 4. I give Werner a 4. As you say, he went off very early with a hamstring injury. So you can't really give him much. It's a shame because I think he would have been dangerous. And then Sonny got a 7. So that is me and Philip's players rated. I want to bring these few comments up now by David Clark. Now, he said the first one, he says, the only reason Højbjerg headed into his own net is because he failed to place himself goal side of the Arsenal player. Just basics of defending. We can't even do that. No. He has got a very good point on that.
That's absolutely right. I'm not disagreeing with him at all. It's down to, I think this Jednak guy, this ex-Villa player that does the defensive coaching, needs to look at himself. We need to bring in a specialist set-piece defender.
Yeah.
Coach. Because if we keep doing this, no matter how good we are midfield and attack, the defense is always going to let you down.
Yeah.
The fact that we didn't even jump for the 3rd goal yesterday, it's basic training. And also, please get rid of the zonal marking. Man-to-man is the only way to do it.
And we've always done man-to-man.
Yeah, I don't know why we've done this.
I think we tried it under Poch and Conte, and it just didn't work. He's also said, I've been missing because I've been painting and decorating my house from top to bottom because it's open plan, and it means that I have to do the lot once I've started. I hate bloody painting. I'll pick up David.
I sympathise, David. But just to go back onto the thing about, do you know something? Spurs giving away a corner these days is nearly as bad as giving away a penalty.
Yeah, it is.
Because you know they're nearly always going to score from it.
It is, Philip. He said the VDV goal should have stood.
Yeah.
Son's shot didn't reach VDV when the Arsenal defender cleared the ball. It becomes second. And this is the point. He's right on this.
He's dead right.
It's spot on. It's the second phase of play. When he's cleared the ball against his own player, VDV was onside. So let's bring that on.
Be accidental. He hit the ball after his own player. That wasn't accidental. That was deliberate.
Now, there is VDV there. I know you can't see it very clearly. I'm sorry I didn't get a clearer picture of this. These two players here, that player and that player, are not interfering with play. So they're not causing any issues. Gabriel is backing in. I'd love to know Benny's thoughts on this as well, actually. You can see the red line, Philip.
Yeah.
It's basically, wasn't there a rule years ago? Remember the old offside rule? If in doubt, you give it to the attackers.
And if you're level, you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if we got the new system that comes in, does that give Spurs a goal then with the new system?
Oh, listen, does anyone know what the offside rule is these days? Really, the fact that the Arsenal player played it back should have been played Van der Ven onside, regardless whether he's on or off there.
But with the new automated system that's coming in next season, that plays Van der Ven onside then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should. But that's not coming until October. Can someone please explain to me why it's not coming in the first game of the season?
I did my sort of, Derville hears me, Mrs. Tron hears me. And she said to me the other day, I haven't heard you rant about VAR for a long while. Yeah. It's not worth ranting about, is it, Philip, to be fair? It's a system that is broken.
It's not fit for purpose. No, as I always said, VAR on its own is a great system. It's the trained monkeys that are operating that's the problem. They can't seem to get it right.
It's great in rugby. It's great in tennis. Yeah. It's great in cricket. It's great in slow running sports, not in fast sports. You can't run it in fast sports. It doesn't work. We've got Michael saying Chelsea, Liverpool, and Burnley and City. These games will show all you need to know about Ange. And he is right about that, Philip. He is right about that.
Technically, at the moment, I think stand at the minute, we need 6 points to be sure of fifth place.
Yeah.
Now, that's assuming Manchester United win all their games, which they probably won't. So chances are one more win this season will get us fifth place, which I'm giving up on fourth term. I know you're saying it's still possible. I don't think it is. I don't think so. But I hope I'm proved wrong. But I tell you what's going to be a tricky game, and I thought it would be a gimme, is the Burnley match.
Yeah,
Burnley outplayed Man United on Saturday.
Yeah, they did.
And
also, I hope to get them Burnley players as well.
United the week before, but anyway.
Yeah, I hope to get them two Burnley fans as well for what they were doing in the crowd. Them lot deserve to be banned for life. I don't know if anyone saw. There was footage about two Burnley fans doing the aeroplanes because of the 1958 Munich disaster.
Oh, that's shocking.
And there was a little kid there, no more than 7 or 8 years old, Philip, right, looking up at the man. And somebody said on X, this is the example this generation's leaving the younger generation.
Yeah.
My generation would do it. Even my young son's, Philip, his generation, well, I know Philip wouldn't do it because he's been brought up to respect people and be respectful. But even he wouldn't do it. But there's some people just don't get it.
I know.
It's just fucking ridiculous. David says, the Arsenal defender definitely attempted to clear the ball. So read this out, Philip, because it makes your point, really, in what you're trying to say, doesn't it?
The Arsenal defender definitely attempted to clear the ball and a rebounded off his own player. How can that be accidental? They're thus putting Van der Ven onside, and the trip on Kula was unintentional. But if you're running and your ankle is tapped, that's a penalty. That's a penalty, So, I mean, okay, you mightn't think too much of it if they hadn't gone and scored in the same movement.
Yeah. Jay, we are going to get to this one. I've started, and we'll get back to it in a few minutes for you. So we will get back to that one. With Gerard O'Connor, big up. He's in. Philip, he's saying, now that the end of the season is drawing near, how many players or Deadwood will be given the P45 and how many will be given the gate and who? We are going to do a stream on this at the end of the season. Me and Philip are going to go through the whole squad. And me and Philip are going to we're going to hire and fire. And what's it? Fire, keep, sell or loan. So That's what we're doing, Joe. So that is coming. We've got Chris Loyne. Good evening, Dermatron and Philip. I warned before the game. Oliver, is that Oliver or Olivia?
Oliver
was Oliver was going to. I be the mate. Yeah, that is so true. That is so true.
Yeah, it's true.
David says under the rules are just because you're in offside position doesn't mean that you're offside.
Yeah, it depends what team you play for.
It does. Jared says it hasn't played a good game since. I think he's talking about Madison last October. Hey, read this one out here, Philip. There's 2 more here.
Oh my God, this is Chris Wells. I'm actually in tears. Liverpool Football Club just made a birthday cake for me and delivered it on my 25th birthday and got a letter from Klopp wishing me the best day. Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice. That's lovely. Fair dues to Liverpool now. That somebody must have wrote in and told them about your birthday, Chris. That's a lovely touch now. Well done. I'm impressed.
Wow.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Chris. See, the hint for you for next February, Philip, when I'm nearly 50. You know, just letting you know.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes,
You'll probably send me.
Diary.
Yeah, you'll probably get me a letter from Arteta or something like that, knowing you or Stephen Kenny.
No, I thought it'll be a solicitor's letter from Arteta's solicitor with all the things you said about him, you know?
Yeah, he's still an idiot. Arteta. And Ireland, just very quickly on the Irish thing, Philip, just before we move on, they're doing a great job looking for the new manager. Apparently, they're now waiting to hear from the Georgia manager to see does he want the job because he's now out of contract.
Oh, here. I don't know.
And we've got England on the 7th of September.
That'll be good. Can you bring your calculators with you?
Yeah. Do you think we do a watch long here instead of going to it, Philip?
I didn't renew my season ticket out of pure apathy. So
I think we'd do the watch long here. I think it'd be safer. I think me and Dave might get arrested if we went. We'd be running on the pitch ourselves. Madison has played a good game since last October. He's fell off from his alignment. Don't you think, Philip?
Not overly concerned about it. Like every player goes through this. Every player goes through this patch. A player gets injured. He doesn't come back at the same level he was before he'd been injured. It takes some time to get form, everything back. So I would give him a pass on maybe rest him for a couple of games now, and watch him come back as good as ever next season. That's all I can say on that. You know?
Right. Do you want to read these for you out from David Clark here, Philip?
I'm sick of Spurs once having to go Vicario. The only people to blame Spurs coaches and Spurs captains. I played and coached 26 years. I'm not defending our keeper from being interfered with. Yeah, I know it's true. We're leaving him on his own against big 6'6" centre forwards and defenders. He needs a bit more, but it's down to the coaching. And I've said that earlier. We need a complete revolution on our defensive coaching side. David, again, if fans take off their Spurs hats, you would see that Arsenal didn't play well. I'm not having all this rubbish about they didn't have to get out of first gear. We gifted them everything they got. Yeah, I mean, Spurs on the normal day, Spurs would have won that match yesterday. It's just everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and everything at Arsenal, everything that 50-50, everything went Arsenal's way. You know, be it the referee decisions and whatever. But don't worry, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah,
I'm hoping the next season we actually get the first game at our place because the league seems to fix it every time. But the second North London derby is always at Spurs Stadium. Let's have our one first. First day of the season would be nice.
Do you know what? I've done on my calendar, Philip, right? I've just worked out, I've marked them all out today, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 watch-alongs left plus one around the grounds at the end of the season.
All right, nice.
Do you know what? I'm actually starting to feel a bit sad the season's coming to an end.
Well, I will be when we've guaranteed 5th place. I'm just a bit concerned that Man United might just steal and march on. I don't think so. No. But, you just never know. It depends how the players react to Saturday. Because let's face it, Chelsea's going to be no pushover on Thursday. Chelsea played very well.
True.
Very
that's
well.
So true.
They were terrible. But the second half, they were good and should have won the match.
Yeah.
Anyway, David Clark saying, I'm 70 in September. My photo was taken 4 years ago at the time of my son's wedding.
Can I just say he doesn't look 70?
No, he does not. No, he doesn't.
He looks 50.
Yeah, there you go.
You look 50 as well, Philip, to be fair. You don't look your age. No, seriously, you told me how old you were, and I nearly fell off my chair. Because I said that at the time, I did not put you at that age.
Yeah, I don't mind anyone. I was 70 last December.
But you don't look 70.
Well, I don't act it as well. So my wife keeps telling me I act more like a 10-year-old. But anyway.
Yeah, I would agree with Mrs. B on that, actually. I would agree with her on that, yeah. Or 11-year-old.
No, maybe 11, yeah. Maybe 11.
We've got a fella called Answer for Life's coming laughing.
Well, now, it depends for laughing at Arsenal for Life, you know.
Yeah, I know. It takes all sums, doesn't it, Philip? It takes all. It takes all. We've got David. Oh, we've done that. Have we done that one?
No, I'll read that one. My opinion on Maddison, having watched him over the years, is yes, his form is bad, but when Ange buys another class creative player alongside him, he would then be back to his best. The young Swede. Yeah, that what's his name? Lucas. I can never remember his name anyway. But anyway, he's coming in the summer. Remember, we're nearly forgetting that, Dermot. We've got the Croatian lad coming in, the centre back that we bought last season, plus the young Swede. I mean, we've got players coming in that are already on the books. And
quite excited by that, actually, Philip. Michael was saying, I am a fan of VAR. There will always be problems and arguments, but VAR, there's less. I sort of disagree, Michael, to be fair. Chris Loyne, it said supporters need to grow a pair. Bit harsh, but okay. Me and Philip don't need to grow a pair because we're like that already. Spurs were all over the Gooners, all over the side, top of the league for 2 years now. With a settled side, it's Oliver. I like that, Oliver. Philip's reading some breaking news.
The under-21s are 5-0 down now.
Jesus.
Mind you, they played a weakened team, but a lot of the big guys came on in the second half. But still no good. 5-0. It's good have done. That's strange because they're top of the league. But
yeah, do you agree with Chris here? Chris's comment here, Philip. Spurs need to grow a pair.
Yeah, Spurs are all over the Gooners, all over the top of the league for 2 years now with the settled side. It's Oliver. Yeah, I mean, let's face it. Oliver did. It was a big factor in the result of the game. Yeah. You know, and. I just hope he doesn't referee us again because we know every time he comes, he refereed the Chelsea game that we lost 4-1. They sent off 2 players. He just does not like Tottenham. I'm sorry, but he just doesn't. You know, and this is very true. Is it true Big Ange will be given 200 million for next season? Yes.
Hang on, Philip. Yeah, he will be. I'm just going to get a drink, Philip. Just so I have got more news than that. So just go on for that for a minute. You can.
Yeah, it's between 200 and 250 million is the war chest for this summer. And we were just saying there, you know, for that sort of money, you can buy 2 really good players for 75, 80 million each and still have 40 or 50 million over to buy a couple of maybe lesser upcoming players. Plus, you've got the sales money coming in as well. So this is going to be a really, really interesting close season for Tottenham. And I think it's going to start early because Ange wants to get those players in. Not late in August. He wants to get them in June or July for pre-season. And I think that, I've always said it when Ange took I hope I'm going to be proved right. I said this season is a development season. We've probably done better than we probably thought we would. Next season, watch us go. That's a warning to Arsenal fans, anybody fans. Tottenham only dead win this year.
It is true. 200 to 250 million plus sales. So you're looking at probably 300 million. So, well, we've got big up to Tequila's in. Big up Tequila. How you doing? We've got Arsenal for life. Just enjoy your day because it won't be like that next season. Has anyone made the climb from the top to the top of the stadium yet? I don't know. Have they?
No. Can I just say, though, we haven't done the stadium tour last week. What a fantastic... You think it's good when you're outside looking in. It's something else when you actually see what's going on behind the scenes there. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
We've got Chris saying, fact is, we're playing with what we have. That includes under Power Davis, Lo Celso, Bentancur, Skip, Basuma, Højbjerg, Kulu. None are fit for purpose. Get over what they used to be. Sell them all. True.
No, don't agree with Kulu. I might agree with Bentancur and Kulu. And Basuma, I would keep them and sell the rest, maybe. But we can't get rid of them all. We can't have a complete clean out. It's got to be gradual. You know, 3 in, 3 out. We don't want to upset the routine of the equilibrium of the club. Some players there need to go, but not all of them.
Jay Green saying here, just a quick question, lads. From a football point of view, we all agree Levy has built a great stadium and training ground, but in regards to trophies, he's 100% failed. I still feel he has to go. Great show, lads. Where do you stand in this, Philip?
Well, you can sack Levy. Levy could go in the morning, but who's to say the new chairman comes in is going to win trophies? Chairmen don't win trophies. It's the players on the pitch who win trophies. Now, maybe Levy's reluctance to spend money in the past has had an effect on that. But I think at the moment, his plus points outweigh the minus, you know? And I think the fact that we're now generating a lot more money in the stadium for the good of the club. I mean, I don't think the Levy out brigade at the moment. Like we're in the middle. We'll criticize him when we feel we have to, and we'll praise him. But I think at the moment, there's no real reason that he should go. No. You know, he may well sell the club and then he's gone. But until that happens, I think he's going to be here.
And I think so too. With all the investment that we know what's coming down the road, don't we, Philip? Well, I know more than you at the moment, Philip, but I know what's coming down the road, and I think you lot will change your mind. Why hasn't the Romanian pick? Now this is Rudu. Why has he not been? Why wasn't he picked yesterday, Philip?
Could have moved Van der Ven over to fullback. I'd say I brought in Maduka. Yeah, Maduka. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what happens on Thursday. I have a feeling that may happen on Thursday. Certainly, Ben Davis cannot start against Chelsea.
No. VAR stands for very average reflections.
Very average referees.
Yeah. Michael's gone for very video assistant Rangers. That is so true. That is very true. Jay Green has put, as a fan base, we need to rise expectations throughout the whole club with regards to winning the trophy or a cup. That's so true. Guys, listen, if you can do us a favour, please pick up your memberships. Me and Philip from next Friday are going to do a fan forum. So only members can get in. So if you've got a membership, you can come on and talk to me and Philip about Spurs, about what you think is going to happen after the Chelsea game. We can have a little bit of talk about that. And also anything you want to talk about the game upcoming for Liverpool. But it's on at 7 every Friday. But you can only come in if you're a member. So please pick up your memberships. We're starting to put out some member-only videos now as well. So please do that. Memberships start from 99 cents up to $4.99. So it does help us to help you. And also while you're there, do go on to REMIER Energy, Esports Energy. Hit the QR code above me as well. So let me do that so people can see it clearly, Philip. Do hit that. And if you do, put in the code THFCTID for everything REMIER related, the best stuff you can get in the world. Now, Mr. Brady, transfers rumours. Now, here we go. Now, the first bit of news is the final striker has made a brief appearance at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium during the North London derby clash between Spurs and Arsenal, Philip. And here is the proof. Where's the proof now? Here's the proof. There we go. That was a picture taken from him. That's where he was. As Philip is looking at the telly.
I see they gave him one of the plush seats anyway. Yeah, those seats are heated, you know that?
Yeah, so he was there. So anyone says he wasn't there, he was at the stadium. Well, he was. There's your proof.
Yeah.
Now, Philip, I spoke to Dave earlier about this. Dave wasn't too sort of happy with Gimenez. What are you? Where are you on him?
I don't know that much about him, but what I've heard, he's probably what we need. Is a dedicated target man up front, someone that can hold the ball up and bring the midfielders into play. So, if he's an upgrade on Richie, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, that's it. The other bit of news is that Tottenham have held talks with the Asian of Shakhtar Donetsk midfielder Georgi Sadikov. Sudakov, okay. During the week to explore possible summer transfer, Philip, and also Richie could be sold to add funds to the war chest if only a suitable offer if only a suitable offer is put forward by prospective buyers. The Brazilian forward has been gathering interest from clubs in La Liga and Serie A.
Can I just make a comment about that Shakhtar Donetsk guy? Not so much about the player, but there was a bit of an ongoing spat between Shakhtar Donetsk and Spurs over the Manor Solomon transfer. Now, you know, we put up on a free transfer because of the Ukrainian situation, but what Shakhtar are looking for, and not unreasonably, I don't think, is a percentage of a sell-on fee. Yeah. And I think Spurs are saying no, which I'm a bit surprised at. It's a bit mean. Like I on for helping the Ukrainians all I could. So giving 10% of a future sell-on fee wouldn't kill Spurs. It might also sweeten the deal to get that guy if he's as good a player as he says, you know?
Yeah, that is so true. But Philip, that's all the rumours we've got at the moment. So where are you with that? What are you hoping to see?
It's only April now, Dermot. I'd say by the end of, we've 6 weeks to go now before the transfer window opens.
Now the transfer window, I will tell you. No, I did. Where did I have it now? No, it's the 1st of. I have got it here. Where did I put it now? I did put it somewhere because I did a PDF for it. It's the 1st of June it opens, Philip, to the 1st of September. 1st of July.
Yeah, I think from the 14th of June you can do. So I think I saw Premiership. I know that the Championship and the Premiership are different dates, but anyway, Spurs need to get the players in early, whatever date it is.
Yeah. What are you looking for, Philip, for the summer transfer windows?
Like we said earlier, we need a centre forward.
Want to see?
I want to see a new centre forward. I see a number 6, a good number 6. Well, I believe that Shakhtar Donetsk guy is covering the fullback division. And another attacking midfielder, another Madison. And I think then if we get those in, plus suitable sales, we'll have a nicely balanced squad. Plus we've got the young Swedish wonder kid coming in, who I think is going to go straight into the first team squad. I think he's going to go straight in.
I think so.
I mean,
I think so too, Philip.
He's just brilliant.
Yeah, I think so too, Philip. I really do. Now, the Premier League, Philip, over the weekend, this is the Premier League review as well. Do you want to go through some of them scores there, Philip? We've got the kickoff on Saturday, West Ham against Liverpool. What did you reckon of the bust-up online, Philip, between Salah and Klopp?
It's hard to make it out. I don't know what that was all about. I think Salah was complaining about the length of time it took to get him on. He was standing on the sideline for ages before he actually got on. So I think that's what that. I think it's handbags at 10 paces. I don't think there's anything more to it. But Liverpool were quite unimpressive in that game. West Ham were reasonable. West Ham scored first and scored last. Yeah. Liverpool got ahead in the meantime, but they're Nunes, that guy couldn't. Now I'm saying this. He'd probably score a hat-trick against us next Sunday, but at the minute he couldn't hit a barn door from 2 feet.
No, that is really so true. Any other scores surprised you there? I think Newcastle did well against Sheffield United.
I watched a bit of that Sheffield United Newcastle match, and for the first 20 minutes, Sheffield United were all over Newcastle. Scored first and could have been 3 or 4. They missed a hatful of chances. Then the second half, they fell apart completely. 5-1.
And then, of course, Wolves, Luton.
Yeah, disappointing for Luton. I think we all want Luton to stay up, but that's a big result for Wolves. Not a big bad result for Luton, not to get a point at least at Wolves. Palace and Fulham, London derby, 1 each. Man United and Burnley. This is what worries me about Burnley. Burnley played United off the pitch for a lot of that game, and got a well-deserved draw. Now, when Anthony scored for United, his first goal this season for an £80 million player, I think we've got problems. I thought United had done enough, but and that, remember earlier in the season when Onana punched the Wolves player but didn't get given a penalty against him? He's done the same thing Saturday, and this time he did get a penalty given against him.
Look, for me, Philip, I think that's a bad result for United at home, and it really proves that club. It reviews Ten Hag's on the way out. Palace, good result, I think, for Palace and Fulham, to be fair. Luton, that's not a great result for Luton, by the way. And then, look, Newcastle was always going to beat Sheffield United. And Liverpool, for me, I think that's them out the title race now. If they had beaten West Ham, I think they would have been still in the title race. But I think they're out of it now completely. Philip, now the Sunday games, of course, we've got the Saturday 5:30 and 8 o'clock games. You talked a lot about Villa, Chelsea, but Villa, that was a good result for us because it could have been a lot worse if Villa would have won, by the way.
Well, actually, yeah, but Chelsea really should have won that match. They really should have. Villa in the second half completely went to pieces. It was, I think they had one eye on the match against Olympiacos on Thursday night, but they just won out of the race. And Chelsea, fair dues to them, played very well. And were robbed by a terrible decision at the end to disallow a goal.
And Everton 1-0. Are they safe now, do you think, Philip?
They're safe now. Yeah, they're safe. Yeah.
Unless they get more points deductions.
Well, that's the thing, The FA might spring a surprise on them. But no, I think that's...
And then the Sunday games, Philip, because we went over the Tottenham loss to Arsenal. Bournemouth beat Brighton 3-0, which I was really surprised about that, by the way.
The Brighton team have really gone to pieces this season.
They have.
Really have. They're so inconsistent, Lovely team to watch, but very frustrating.
And Forest lost 2-0 to Chelsea.
How they did? How? I do not know. Nottingham Forest could have had the biggest surprise of the season there. They missed a hatful of chances and played really, really well against City. City were struggling, really were. And that 2-0 scoreline flatters them.
Now, this is the top 6, Philip. Is it going to stay like that, or do you think there will be another twist within the title race yet? Well,
I mean, if you look at the 5th and 6th situation, I work from the bottom up there. That goal difference effectively gives Spurs an extra point.
Yeah,
really. Look at it there, right? The Villa look like they've got 4th place sewn up. I really can't see us coming back. Although stranger things have happened. Liverpool, it's between City and Arsenal. Really. I think it's going to come down to the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium when we play Manchester City.
Yeah, it is.
So we could, if we play a strong team and we beat City, hand the title to Arsenal, which would be,
Now, do you want to say to people what you told me on the phone yesterday or today? I think it's a great idea, actually. I'm putting for it.
I think as the under-21s have had such a good season, right? I think we should draft about half of them into the team against Manchester City, just to give them a day out. The likes of Jamie Donnelly and Will Lancashire and Dorrington and Mikey Moore. Give them a game out and see what they can do, The fact we might get beat 6-0 will piss off the goon or something shocking and probably settle the league title and probably get us fined by the FA, but it's not going to happen, but you can but dream,
And you can see all the Ange out is coming out again after that.
I'd only do that providing that we are guaranteed 5th place, unless they just scored again. Vardy again. Jay, Mac. Right, anyway. So that's the bottom. The bottom is very interesting. Still very interesting.
There's the bottom, Philip. Look, Everton are probably safe now. So 36 points. 35 points is your safety mark. So is it between Burnley, Luton and Forest? Could Everton still be dragged in there again?
No, they can't, Dermot, because if you look at the teams below them, the most they can get is 35 points.
Yeah.
So, and the Notts Forest can get 35 points. Luton can get 34. Burnley can get 33. So it's Forest. It's Brentford and Everton are by the skin of their teeth now are safe.
You've started something there. # Manchester Hotspur for the title.
Yeah.
Big up to Mr. Carl Simpson who's coming right at the end there. Big up, Mr. Simpson. Hope you're doing well. David's going for 3-2 Spurs. 3 Spurs 2 Palmer. Spurs 3 Palmer 2.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So will the Bees, and he says Seagulls will be looking for a new manager soon. That is true. David is saying, Philip, that David says Villa's keeper and Telemans both went up injured.
But the goalie that came on for Villa made a couple of good saves. So Villa's have enough depth to be coping with that,
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's a great prediction there, Derek.
It is. We've got Iron says at Tequila. Yes, I feel the same. # Manchester Hotspur for the title. We've got Boris Brick. I say if you want to go potential for Wonder Cakes, I'd rather look at Football Manager over the EAFC. Yeah, same here. That's it, Mr. Brady. That is today's Newsbeat. It's on a bit later than we normally have it. I don't know if we keep it at this time, Philip.
I don't know. It's a nice time, actually. You know, I mean, most people are home from work, and you know.
We could keep it to 8 o'clock every night, or 7 o'clock every night, Philip. We can keep
it
at that time.
I don't think it's Tuesday, Wednesday isn't good for me, as you know. But you know.
And also Monday we'll go a bit earlier because of the fan show. Dave, of course, is on as well. So, but Wednesday, well, look, we'll let you know. It's either going to be 5 or 7. We haven't made up our minds yet. I've just closed the poll. 33 votes for this poll. Anjin or Anjou. Anjin, 81%, 18% Anjou.
Right, okay.
So,
we'll have to work on that 15%.
Yeah. Do you want to do the housekeeping, like and subscribe, memberships? Go on, you give all that.
Go on, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, because that does our algorithm, whatever that is, a lot of good. And subscribe, 99 cents to start off. You can come on our member show, which we'll be starting more of, and having a lot of next season. And just to help the channel grow. And also don't forget to go into drinkwraith.com and to get 10% off your first order with the what do you call it? Gondom at the what do you call it?
No, the code's up there. The code's up there.
The code's up, is it? Okay, right. Okay.
It's above my head. THFC TID for there. Yeah, please pick up your memberships. That does help us grow. It helps us keep doing what we're doing. We have a lot of new stuff coming in the summer, haven't we, Philip? We've got a little surprise, haven't we? We've got a few little surprises along the way. There is going to be changes. There is going to be. Can we give them any a clue? Shall we drop any hints?
You go on. See, you decide whether you want to give a hint, and I don't know.
Well, I don't know if you want to hint the thing that I've been talking to you about. I'll put it in the private chat.
Maybe we'll keep that as a surprise, will we?
I know. We have to give him something. What do you reckon?
Okay, go on. Put it in the private chat, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Well. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's something I'm not really tuned into.
No, what I talked about changing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know what you mean. There might be a slight change in name.
Yeah, that's actually happening. We've had a look through YouTube. No, Carl, I am not doing this. No, I am not calling it that.
What's that?
Rainbow remake. No, God. Apparently, I'm playing Bungle. We wanted something a bit different, didn't we? For a big, because we are sort of giving the channel a fresh look over the summer.
Actually, do you know what we're going to call it? We're going to call it Dermot Moyles OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, very funny, Philip Hart. Yeah, I suppose you got your own back for Tom Jones. Fair play. So starting from July, THFC Till I Die will be put to rest, and we think we're going with Spurs Nation. That is possibly, but it's down to you guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you like that. If not, we'll we might put it as a poll, Philip, in one show for the end of the season. I think
so, yeah. We'll have a show, and then the season show, we'll decide then what we're doing. Have a poll.
It's down to you guys. It's down to the members.
But we can blame you if people don't like the name.
Yeah, exactly. It takes all the responsibility of me and Philip.
Yeah,
we've got to run through these from Carl. Dermo has reforming male version of the Pussycat Dolls. Got Carl Simpson. I like that. I like that. I'm a part of Spurs Nation.
There you go.
There's a quite good bit. There's quite twang about it, Philip.
Got a bit of a ring to it, all right.
What? Rainbow Nation? Oh, very funny. It's all coming out now. Right, I'm going to quickly go and hide. Philip's going to watch the rest of the Leicester game and give us an update.
Arnie Wynne's taking a free kick here now. See what he does.
You're in Dublin tomorrow, aren't you, Mr. Brady?
I am, yeah.
Well, Dermotron is going to take a well-earned day off tomorrow because I've got a few bits to do. But no, me, I'll be back on at 5 o'clock tomorrow evening with Newsbeat. So probably. Then on Wednesday, we've got Newsbeat. Wednesday, we've got the build-up, Philip, for the Chelsea game. Thursday, we've got the watch-along. Friday, we've got the fan show. Saturday, around the grounds. And Sunday, we've got the watch-along for the Liverpool game. So we've got lots coming up on the channel. So do hit that membership button. If you want to come on the fan show, do get a membership. On that bombshell, we're going to leave you. Philip's going to go off and watch Leicester. I'm off to reform these bunch of guys. There's me and you, Philip. Which one's Tequila?
Yeah, what's Jurgen Klopp doing in the team?
I know, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's the ex-Premier League managers Nuno, Klopp, Conte, and Sir Alex Ferguson.
I see Conte's got a job at Napoli next season as well.
Has he really?
Yeah, he's taken over Napoli.
Tequila is saying, Philip, right? He says, "Oh my God, can I be the one on the left?" Tequila says, "The red nose is oh so me."
Especially on a Saturday night.
Especially on the Saturday night. On that bombshell, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscription button. We're out of here. Come on, you Spurs, and Big Andrew Trust. Now, I've got to find the right outro in here, Philip.